Hey guys, I follow readers myself, by the way, and I saw quite a few doing Halloween specials, and I've got to do Salem, haven't I? Now, I can't do the whole history now because this is going to be a short read, but I'm up for doing a part 2, okay? Now, with Salem, I remember doing, I remember seeing it with, oh my God, what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis. He's a hottie. Anyway, Daniel Day-Lewis. I can't remember the whole story now, but the weird thing is, before I even did this, in the Daniel Day-Lewis film, instantly before I did this, it's what came to mind was, oh my God, what is it? Daniel Day-Lewis. Who is the actress? Salem. The Crucible. That's it. The Crucible with Winona Ryder. That's the version I saw. So obviously when I was watching that film, they were pretty much portraying teens, you know, like teenagers, you know, they even looked like in their early 20s. Obviously they probably were. So the funny thing is, when I went to do this and did the Salem, I actually got the word child's play. And I was like, why child's play? Like kids messing about, joking around. Why would it be child's play? And obviously to do this reading, I had to get some of the history. So I know some of the people we can talk about. And it actually says the people that first started, this all started because children were starting to have fits. Okay, now I apologise for anyone that's an expert on this. Okay, like I said, this is just a really rough reading right now. I'm more than happy to go into it later on. Where is this? Where did I just read about having fits? The first 3 people affected, okay, were 9 years old and 11. They were having, beyond the power of epileptic fits, they were saying, or natural disease. It was something really odd. But it was, and with that I got child's play. And it didn't make sense to comment child's play at the time because obviously I'm thinking of the Crucible film where they're in their 20s playing teenagers, you know. So it's like some child's play game to freak people out. It's almost like that thing. I feel it started, it's almost like, okay, imagine you get lots of parents and you live in a particular area and it's wooded and they're talking about there's bears in the woods, so you've got to be careful, but there's one bear. There's one bear and it's the big black bear and it carries you into the woods and people just disappear and you hear this screaming. You know, you get that folklore, those horror stories that carry on. It's almost like there was danger around them to begin with. They felt the parents would warn them about particular things. And there was one particular story and it gripped them. It gripped the kids and the kids wanted to freak out the parents. But, oh my God, it's happened to us. Look, it's happened to us. I know that sounds mad, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It's almost like the kids have taken a story that they've heard from their parents or been passed down by their parents as a warning and then used it to freak the parents out, literally. To freak the parents out. I do not believe the kids were cursed whatsoever. I don't believe that they had witchcraft on the children at that age, okay? A lot of people I speak to when they do readings for me, I don't do spells or anything, I never will, okay? Even though I could even classify myself as a Wiccan way back. But ultimately, you really have to have a strong belief in it that people can harm you, they're going to hurt you, because by doing that, you can actually manifest the energy of fear around yourself in the first place. So by manifesting fear around yourself, you can actually bring in negative things into your life, literally. You can make yourself sick. If you think every day I'm going to get sick, neuroplasticity is literally sending those thoughts to your bodies, and it's been proven we can rewire our brain and rewire our body by neuroplasticity. So if you're sending your energy, that energy to yourself every day that you've been cursed, you're sick, or you're going to get ill, and that's your belief system, you're likely to make yourself ill. You are. These kids are 9 and 11. They're not thinking someone's cursed them and they're going to get sick. They're kids. They're little kids, okay? They're really young. I see it as more, I keep hearing child's play. It's about child's play. It's about rumours from the adults that they've caught on to that they wanted to, a pact as well. I'm hearing a pact between the 2 girls to come together and scare people, and then it got out of control. Then it just snowballed, and then they're so fearful. They're so fearful. It's almost like that level where you get to a certain level, if you've ever done something when you're naughty when you're a kid, right? Or you could be like, it's snowballing. Okay, I've got this level now where I can either say, yeah, I did it. We all made it up. It was a lie. It was a complete lie, mum and dad. Yeah. And you know you're going to get a bollocking, but it might not be that bad. Or it can snowball to it involves lots of people. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm too scared now. I'm too scared. It's gone too far. I'm just going to go along with it. That's the vibe I'm getting from these girls. I'm not getting anything sinister or witchcraft or anything like that at all. I've not even pulled any cards yet, as always, so keep doing this, right? Now, one of the magistrates as well, Samuel Sewell, there was another, because there's so many people involved with this, guys. There's so many judges. It's hard to do this reading because there's so many. There was a guy called Cotton Mather, okay? Now, he was a specialist in witch trials and taking down witches and just basically women that probably aren't married or a little bit different. Clergyman and author, okay? Frenzy. Minute I get him, I hear the word frenzy with this Cotton Mather. He's the one that caused most of this frenzy, straight away frenzy. Now, he wrote to Stephen Sewell, who was one of the judges at the witch trials, saying that he should do whatever they can to fight against the enemy. Now, when I actually picked up the energy between these two, I picked up that Stephen, because this other guy was a top clergyman or higher up in some way, don't even know if he is yet, I haven't even read it. I feel he was higher up in some way, that Stephen respected him. And it's like he wanted to prove a point that, hey, do you know what? I'm going to follow the rules because I respect you. One day I could be like you and I'm going to do my best. Don't worry, you can count on me. That's the kind of bullshit I get from these two, honestly. I hear imposter. Ooh. I hear imposter around Stefan as well. Now, he was a judge, so why am I hearing the words imposter? I think it could be imposter because he's trying to be the other guy, this Cotton guy, this clergyman. Hold the faith, I hear as well. Hold the faith that they had back then. Christian faith, was it? Catholic? I don't know what faith it was, but it's either Christian or Catholic, but hold the faith. Puritans, weren't they? So this whole energy coming through, it's just, I hate to say it, it's just men trying to get one up over women. Now, I know men were involved as well, but the men that were involved and the men that have ever been, you know, said that, you know, you're a witch as well or you work with a witch, it's usually because it's politics and they want something out of them. I'm literally getting back then, this is funny as hell, guys, I'm getting an image of all these magistrates and clergymen and religious men, okay, and all these normal people in the village, men that might have farmland or hold lots of land or something they may want, something that's valuable, okay? Now I'm getting all these shown in the Houses of Parliament where we are now with all our politicians like arguing and trying to get one over the other one, and it's just all bullshit. It's all an ego crap. Trying to take over land, prominent land. I need to Google this now as well. One of the males there, a prominent landowner, so they would actually pick people out. I'm literally hearing you either join us or we go against you. We can't trust you. It's almost like that thing where they want particular people that had power on their side. And if they didn't go on their side, then the judges would say things along the lines of, so you agree with witchcraft? And you know you're next. You're terrified. You're bloody terrified. You're not going to leave all your lands either. You're not going to leave all your lands or your home. You're not going to leave all that behind if that's all you have and that's all you've ever worked for. You're going to join them. Literally, I'm hearing join us or leave us or leave or join us. Leave or join us, literally. So I feel it was just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was mainly men in... I've got to Google this, guys, because I haven't even read this and it's too big. It's too big to read it all. A power play, lots of men in power, prominent men in power. They would pick them off, just regular men, regular men, landowners, people like that, to come together to support the cause, Now, some of them would even, I'd even say, husbands would go against wives, okay? One, apparently, I sense, wanted to have a new younger wife and he couldn't do it legally because you weren't meant to divorce back then. So by killing her off, it'd be easier. That might not be in Salem, but it's somewhere in the area. But another one would be just like, I would rather keep my land and I'm hearing livestock than my wife. So, like, it is really shocking. It's really shocking what I'm getting across. It's really shocking. I will say it's not just one person. You can't just blame this guy that caused the mass hysteria to begin with. I don't think I need the cards on this, to be honest. It's just coming through anyway. You can't blame the guy to begin with that tried to, this Cotton guy that tried to create the mass hysteria, because everybody was in on it anyway for their own good. Everybody would call each other out for their own good. Hey, I quite like his house. Yeah, if he's gone, you know, it was meant to be mine. He was my half-brother. My dad was meant to give it to me, you know. It's that kind of vibe coming through this. It's that kind of vibe. And it all started from these two girls playing around over rumours about don't go into the forest, you know, there's witches might get you or something like that, thinking it would be funny to freak people out, and then it completely snowballed. And I'm hearing free... Do you know what? I just heard the word free for all. I don't think I need cards. Oh, great. That's a great card there, isn't it? By the way, death card doesn't always mean death. It can actually mean, depending on the card next to it, a brand new rebirth, okay? Don't always see tarot cards as the devil. Ooh, doesn't always mean it like that at all, guys, okay? But I'm hearing the words free-for-all with this, a complete free-for-all. Now, I need to go out, so I'm going to keep this short, because what I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you put in the comments, anyone that knows about the Salem witch trials, particular people or questions you want me to look into, and I will look into that and see what I can pick off for you. But ultimately, I do remember one woman at the end escaped, and they said she ended up being a pauper or a prostitute or something. And I really apologise, guys, because this is completely off the cuff. I've just done this, and I really need to look into the characters more. But a lot of it, what I'm getting through, it was complete fear. It was complete fear. And it was, let's see, there's so many. There's so many. It's just disgusting. This happens in Sweden, where I lived as well, by the way. Just randomly burning women. One of the judges, a member, expresses... I mean, listen to this. Kotamatha wrote to one of the judges, "Do not lay more stress on pure spectral evidence than it will bear. It is very certain that the devil has sometimes represented the shapes of person, not only innocent, but also very virtuous. Also very virtuous. This is what I said, free for all, free for all." He's saying like the devil, oh my God, person's not only innocent, but very virtuous. So it can be anyone. It can be anyone. He's pretty much saying anyone. I'm just going to check really quickly. Between Kotamatha, this is the guy that was the clergyman that caused all the freak out and all the writings about witchcraft, scaring the crap out of everybody, and John Richards, a member of the congregation, and one of the judges, okay? What was going on between them? Because I keep hearing a pact. Money, sex, money, unhappiness, battles, money. The whole energy coming up here is money. Right. The whole energy behind this and their connection... I want to know now if John Richards or one of them, reading Kotamatha, where one of them was married or they had a bit on the side and they wanted to get rid of people or get rid of somebody in the way. Deadly serious. We have the sexual energy card here. We have money, financial payoff by their pact together, by them working together, okay? We just have the whole things about working towards money, working towards financial goals, which would lead to death. It's just, there's just something in the energy. I'm just going to say, I feel there was a pact between them. I also feel part of this is one of them could have been having an affair with somebody's wife to get rid of their husband or to get rid of their own wife. It's a power play, or to do with a lot of this, only these two mainly, sexual desires and financial gain. They're the main sick. You're sick people. Financial gain and this sexual energy, and especially after what they just said about that, you know, that Kotamatha, the clergyman, I speak God's word. No, you don't, you're a twat. Saying things like, oh, you know, it's all, you can be really virtuous, you can be like a virgin, you can be a virgin, but you can still be the devil, you know, bullshit. They were trying to take people out, and a lot of this is power play based on money and sex. It's that modern day parliament, guys. This is what happens now. This is what happens up the road. I'm going around Big Ben later. But this is what happens now. So I'm very, very happy to go into detail. Please write your comments about particular women that may have been in the trial. I remember one left and got away. I'm really interested to see what happened to her after, where she went and her name. Leave it in the comments. I will definitely do an update on this because, ooh, makes me so angry. I was definitely burnt for being a witch a few times. I guarantee it. Bastards. Love you guys. Write in the comments. Write anyone you would like me to research and I will look up on it.